Hello. Hi, everybody. It's me. Let me know if my microphone's working, because honestly, I'm not sure. Hi, it's me, Heather Courage, and I am here to do things. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me and all the usual, because I tend to mess up all of my controls and settings before I do streams. It's like a tradition for me. Just like wreck all my settings and then come on and panic. But let's not panic. Let's do something other than panicking. Let us sculpt today. Cat Pumpkin's here. I love that name. It's so good. Hi. How y'all doing? So, what the hell are we doing is a good question. We are working on Good morning from West Texas. Hey, West Texas. My God, I love doing this stream because there's always people from around the world. I'm just like, oh my God, I want to know where you live and I want to know like everything. Show me what it looks like. I can't imagine it. I'm over here in the UK. It's currently a surprisingly beautiful day. Like the sun is out. It was really cold and rainy this morning, but the sun's out and it's looking really pretty outside. It's very autumny and stuff. So yeah. What about you guys? How's the weather? What do you have? What do you have out there? It's kind of weird because I'm originally from South Africa, so like the seasons have switched. Normally this would be spring for me, but anyway. So hi, yes, we are going to be working on the Marionette doll. She is nearly done. I say that I always think something's nearly done, and then it's not nearly done, and then I spend another like 6 months working on it because I'm slow and lazy. But she's looking cute. She's looking cute. Our poly count is getting like. It's okay. It's not too high at the moment. It's all right. But we're starting to get to that fun point where everything starts lagging out of my laptop. So hopefully my laptop doesn't burst into flames and then just melt. If it does, well, at least it'll be entertaining, I guess. So there's that. So yeah, we're gonna be working on her. We got little details, little things left to do. She's almost done. And it's always at this point that I start freaking out about what she looks like compared to what I want it to look like. I think you kind of get to that point where you've like stared at it for too long and then you hate it. That's kind of where I am now. Love your hair? Yes, I love you for loving my hair. Oh, yay, yeah. Come and watch while you work. I like it when other people are working as well. It's like, it's nice. It's a nice way to kind of motivate yourself. I do it as well. If I'm not feeling motivated, I watch someone else's stream so that I kind of, it's like playing along, which is nice. Do you use Sculptors Pro? I don't actually. That's a really good question. I don't use Sculptors Pro. You'll see it's like not even on my interface. The only time I use that is if I'm doing something with Snakehook. So occasionally I'll be using Snakehook to do like hair twists and things, in which case obviously Sculptors Pro is going to help you with it, but for the most part I don't use it. I also don't use Dynamesh a hell of a lot. It's something that I kind of want to get into because I know a lot of other people really love working with it, and it's never been part of my workflow, so I've never really done it. Eventually I'll figure out how to do it, eventually. But yeah, thanks for coming to hang out, guys. It's so nice to have you all here. It makes me very happy. Thank you very much to ZbrushLive for having me on. I'm still very excited and I'm still very surprised that you let me invade your space, so thanks. Right, we're gonna do some detailing stuff. Man, every time I look at her, I swear I'm just finding more and more things that I want to change and that I don't like about it. And, it's at that stage. It's at that stage where like I don't like it very much right now. But we're gonna carry on. We are gonna persevere, and eventually it'll look good. I wanted to kind of get into doing this like detailing on her dress, which is gonna take a lot of time. It's just gonna take time. It's gonna be one of those things that just like, it just takes time. She's got these really pretty flowers. It's really delicate and nice, and I think it helps to kind of break up that you've got this great big chunk here. Having that sort of detail in it is going to elevate the design patterns a lot. So I want to get into doing that, and to do it I'm going to do it my usual method. Like I follow the same thing every time, I swear. So I'm gonna mask it out and then add it as a top layer. Eventually it's going to get baked down, because what you guys are not going to see is that this is going to go through a full pipeline into production for a game model that gets animated. I'll do that on other streams. I'll probably do those on the Firestorm streams because it's not really ZBrushy. But she's gonna have to get retopologized and then baked down to a game ready kind of level of optimization, which means that all of these details that I'm busy adding in now are just gonna get wiped. How do you know when to move from primary to secondary forms? Oh God, you don't. I don't. I guess. I love the name. Now what you could do is, oh my God. Now what you could do is, it's my least favorite sentence. Thank you for having a name of that. When you know when to move on to from primary to secondary forms, when you run out of ability to work with the stuff that you got. So you'll see, I think, let's switch on this one. So for this one, you can see I've got like 6 different subdivision levels on here already, which is pretty wild. It's way too high polycount. I'm probably going to drop it down, to be honest. So with this, it started as like a really basic mesh, and then I pull and push it into as much shape as possible before I start subdividing it. And once I get to a certain point, you start knowing that it's like, it's time to start adding details. So went through the block out stage, went into adding basic folds and areas that I wanted to be putting in folds, very much paying attention to the silhouette of the fit. So you want to make sure that it's got the right sort of silhouette before you do anything else with it. And then from the silhouette, what did I do? Started adding in smaller details, such as adding in the damn standard edges, using inflate brush around the edge of the skirt just to give it that like clothy vibe to it. But now I kind of need to get into doing these little patterns and whatnot. But yeah, it's always, I mean, I want to give you good advice and be like, yes, this is the exact moment when you should do it. It always depends. The answer to everything is just, it depends. It depends on when you feel like it's ready to move on. Eventually you just like, you get confident enough to just do it, which helps. Because I think when you first start sculpting, when you're first getting into doing sculpting and stuff, like, you ask that question of like, when should I be doing the thing? When is it done? When is, like, how long should it take? All of those questions. And after a while, you just kind of do, you just get on with it. So yeah, we're gonna do this though. It's gonna take a lot of time and effort and energy. Please entertain me. Please entertain me. Send me questions so I can be distracted. I don't really feel like working today, so hit me up, ask me questions, ask things, tell me stories, tell me about yourself. Please distract me, please. Scree! Oh, it's Kay! Hi darling, thank you for coming to hang out. How's your project going? You're meant to be working. Doing the face. But yeah, let's do this. What is everyone doing for Halloween is the biggest question. Like, I'm gonna be decorating my house this week for Halloween. I'm a little bit late. Normally I go in quite early for Halloween decorations, but this year I'm a bit behind. So yeah, decorating this weekend. Not that anyone can ever see them because I live in the middle of nowhere, so we don't even have trick-or-treaters or anything. It's just my own personal happiness. Shut up. Go do your project. I know you've got a project to do. I know you're running late. I didn't know you're on leave this week, aren't you? Like, you don't really have to. You could just be chilling. Ooh, that didn't feel good. So I'm not going to do exactly the same pattern as what is there, obviously, because I'm not that talented. And also because it kind of feels like it wasn't really super planned out. You can see it's like splattered across. It doesn't really follow the folds or anything like that. So it's giving us a bit of freedom to move around and do stuff. I'm not entirely sure that my plan's going to work, by the way. I should warn everyone of that. Like, this may be a terrible idea. This may not work out the way that I want it to. But we're going to try it anyway. There's probably a faster way of doing this as well, but I'm doing it this way because, yeah. Mic volume is low. Oh, hold on, let me fix it. I can do that for you. I can do microphones. Oh, I can't do microphone. Microphone is at full volume. I can turn down the music though. Let's do that. Is that better? Maybe I'm picking up the wrong microphone. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Microphone. My microphone's always quiet. I don't know why. Maybe I've done something wrong with it. Maybe it's because I mutter. Maybe it's just because I mumble. Maybe it's not the microphone. Maybe it's just me. Oh, we got questions. We got 7 questions. Turn down the music bit. Done. Thank you for being my editor. You're a very good editor. What else have we got? I have 10 months learning full-time modeling. Do you think the industry has more jobs than stylized or realistic? It's much of a muchness in my opinion. Like sometimes there's a flux of realism jobs. Sometimes there's a flux of stylized work, but you know, do whatever you enjoy doing, I think is the better way of doing it, rather than worrying about what the industry wants. If you enjoy doing realism, stick with realism. If you enjoy doing stylized, stick with stylized. So, you know, either way. Samsung's stream is quiet as well. Yeah, Samsung's stream is quiet. Maybe it's an OBS setting that we've got or something. Or maybe it's you. No, it's not. It's definitely not. It's us. Look, man, I'm not a sound editor. I can't help it. I'm still learning this whole streaming thing. Who knew that if you're an artist, you also have to like figure out how streaming works, how video editing works. I thought I just got to make cool art, but no. Do you use references? I do use references. So you'll see like this one, I've got a whole pile. This one actually I haven't got that many references. I was lazy. But yeah, I do usually get a whole pile of references together. If you're getting something where she's in a weird pose, what can help to get your proportions is, you know, go in and into Photoshop, you can just kind of cut the body off and then twist it so you can see what it looks like at an actual vertical. But for this, honestly, it's going into my portfolio. It's not going, no one's paying me for it, so I'm not taking it too seriously. So yeah, you can see like here, I've done all of that sort of stuff. And you kind of learn as you work with stuff more and more, you get a little bit better at gauging distances and working out your positions on things. So there is that side of it. It's always difficult if you start with a character that is in pose already. Like it'll kind of mess you up just a little bit. So yeah, especially when you first get started, get yourself a proper concept, not just, this is an illustration, it's not really a concept. Get yourself a proper concept where it's like back, front and all the rest of it. Why am I adding flowers? Because I want to get, you could just texture it, absolutely yes. But I want to get the occlusion on the bake for it. So I want to add those details in now, and then that way when I bake it, it'll have like a really nice kind of floral texture to it. It'll look nice when I kind of animate it and stuff. Because I want to, that's why. You don't have to. Honestly, you don't have to. If this was something that was getting done for a commission or for work or something like that, depending on what the client wants, obviously, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just do it as a texture because you can. You can just do a bit of height on it and off you go, job done. But I kind of want to get a really nice, pretty thing on it. The other thing is that I kind of want to print her at some point. In which case I want to have those details there. So, because I can never do a project for one singular purpose. All of my projects end up being like print projects, animation projects, game projects, everything. Because that is what I do. And also because I'm being lazy and I don't want to do the other stuff. Oh, hey, you come to watch. Thank you very much for coming to join us. That's amazing. Look great as a 3D print. I hope so. I hope so. It'll be nice. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. If I don't completely wreck it, we'll see. Man, the moment I start streaming for ZBrush, I swear, like, I lose 10% of my understanding of ZBrush. The pressure is real. When I'm by myself, it's just like, yeah, everything's great. The moment I'm on stream, like, what am I doing? What is the reason for this? So you just saw me doing a group split there. The reason that I've done that is that when I turned it around, you could see, first of all, that there were two groups, which you don't want. And then the other side of it is because sometimes you get this weird little edge group, which you can't even see, but it's there, it exists. And I just want to delete that one. So we're killing that. It's the quick and easy way of just killing things. So yeah, once we got that, it's easy enough to get it down to something that's viable. What is your drawing tablet? I use the XP Pen Pro. I think it's small. It's only this big. Little. So it's, I think, the 15.6 inch tablet. It's really good. It's lasted 5 years so far, and it's doing a great job. It does everything that I need it to do, and it is a fraction of the price of a Wacom. so that's my main reason. It's because I'm cheap. I highly recommend them though. They're really nice. Like, they work really well. I haven't had a problem with it since I got it, so you know, give it a try. I'm busy thinking this through. Like, I kind of had this idea in mind before I started streaming, and now I've got to kind of work out if it's actually going to happen. So bear with me. Things may go wrong. As with all of my streams, things will go wrong, and I will do my best to fix them. So the reason I've dropped it down is I kind of want to be able to just manipulate it a little bit more easily into more of the shape that I want, but I'm not going to drop it all the way down because I don't need to. Because I don't want to, that's why. I still wanted to have like very soft edges. If this was something that was going to be a hard surface, I would definitely, you know, color it down a bit more so I get straighter edges. But obviously this, like, you don't need straight edges for it, so it's fine. Oh, hey! Mr. IR Sculpt has joined us. Hello, my love. Would you say it's better to keep sculpting non-stop? Yes. I didn't even read the rest of it. Yes. Just keep sculpting non-stop on my own, even though it looks bad. Or should I push myself to the courses I don't enjoy? Don't ever push yourself to do something you don't enjoy. You're not going to learn from anything if you don't enjoy it. You're not going to have fun with it. But if you are struggling, why don't you pick up a mentor? Why don't you reach out to someone and ask them for some tips and tricks? Maybe get someone to help you with that sort of thing. They'll be able to give you a bit more guidance. I suck at watching tutorials. I am the absolute worst. I have the attention span of a dead goldfish. I can't watch tutorials. The only way that I really learn from anything is I go to someone else and get them to show me, or I just break it until I get it right. So that would be the options I'd go for. I mean, there's some really good tutorials out there if you wanted to, but find a mentor. You learn more from direct one-to-one mentoring than anything else, in my humble opinion. Hey, Sparky Face is here. Hello, love. How are you? Thanks for coming to hang out. Gonna take me ages. I'm already like regretting my decisions. It was such a good idea until it wasn't. No. I wonder if I can just do a whole pile of these and then do them all at once. We're gonna try it. Trying to think of what other nonsense I can share with you today. What nonsense have I been up to? Not much. It's cold. It's too cold for anything. It's that time of the year where I start hiding indoors more and more. My flowers are starting to look like flames. Well, shit. No, sad noises. When you paint, what's your preferred method? Paint what? Like textures or poly paint? I poly paint to kill time. I don't often poly paint things, to be honest. Yeah, I do texturing in Substance Painter for the most part. That's my go-to would be that. I mean, the whole pipeline is a lot more complicated than that, but that's the summary. I do stuff that's mostly for games, so Substance Painter suits my needs just fine. I've never really tried working with Mari or 3D Coat. 3D Coat I've messed with a little bit, but not significantly. I'm interested in trying out Marmoset for their texturing. Not gonna lie, the idea of learning a whole new software is just... God. You want to know my Zmodeler brush? Why is it different? Is it different? It's not different. My Zmodeler brush is the same. It's standard. Oh, it might be... Have you updated to the 2026 version? That is the main difference. 2026 ZBrush has changed how the Zmodeler brush looks, and it is a lot nicer. It's so much easier to work with now. Why, yes, I am procrastinating and taking my sweet time while I do this. I'm sorry. Kind of thinking things through while I do this, just so I can, like, work out if this is the way I want to do the whole thing or not. I haven't decided. I'm always amazed at how fast other people pull models together. Like, I take ages. I take forever to do anything. poor flowers are looking a lot like flames. I know, this is the most thrilling thing anyone's ever watched on a stream. It's good, right? Never underestimate how much of your sculpting is just going to be sitting and moving pixels around. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just moving pixels. It is pixel pushing is basically my job. It's fun though. It's a fun job. Okay, this kind of gets me to what I want. Kinda. It'll do. It'll do. So what's everyone else working on at the moment? Ah, that's not what I needed. Anyone got any fun projects? We're gonna call this stream 300 years of masking. Current project is Predator for printing. Hey, Ian's been working on a Predator variant recently. Sometimes the tedious jobs like masking, moving pixels, they kind of are. Like, I actually enjoy this. I always feel bad because I know it's boring to watch someone doing this, but it's very zen. Like, you just move things around. It's nice. There's a lot less pressure involved as well. That's how you feel about retopho. Retopho's fun. I don't mind doing retopology. Like, it just takes a while. It gives you a moment to just kind of get on with things and listen to podcasts and chill. Oh, shoot. Be back in 2 seconds, guys. There's someone at my door. Be right back. Sorry about that. Literally Halloween decorations arriving. Which is necessary. Halloween decorations are important. Got this in the entirely wrong place. What do you think about AI? Oh. Yeah, exactly what Ian said. I totally agree with that. Just focus on being a better artist. I also feel like there's no shame in using AI if it's going to be a tool for yourself to use. Like, I use AI to do animation on some of my stuff because it's nice, but that's about it. Halloween decoration review stream. Next week. Next week when I've got all the decorations out, I will do a Halloween review stream. We also have a Halloween stream coming up, so that'll be fun. That's what's kind of arrived for now is, I don't know if the rest of the ZBrush team are going to dress up for it, but I am. So, yay. Yay, Halloween. The nice thing about growing up and getting older is that you actually just get money to spend on all the shit that you couldn't get as a kid. And in South Africa, Halloween wasn't a thing, so... I'm making up for it now. Ah. I play cake today. Oh, cool. Yay! Oh my god. Show me pictures of costumes and things, guys. Find me on social media. I am around. Go find me, follow me, send me all your Halloween stuff. It makes me so unreasonably happy and excited. I love that stuff. Hey, Grimble Grumble's here. Hello, love. How you feeling? After you were mocking me for being sick and then promptly got sick. And I'm not saying that that made me happy, but it was entertaining. I swear it's just a change of seasons. Everyone I know has gotten sick in the past week. At least it's not just me. Halloween stream gonna be filled with scary stuff and topics like job application and LinkedIn posts. I like posting on LinkedIn. Job applications, yes, that is the ultimate horror. We'll talk about job applications, AI, LinkedIn posts, yeah, the current state of the industry, that sort of stuff. It'll be good. You're plotting what you can slap together. Are you dressing up as well? Yes. Don't leave me hanging. It's gonna be my first time hanging out with like people from the team. And I'm gonna roll in there looking like an absolute psychopath. So please don't make me by myself. I'm hoping that if I dress up weird enough, it'll distract from like not actually getting any sculpting done on the stream. You know, like now. I should probably warn you all that we're about to get invaded by a cat. What's wrong, Robin? Oh no. Cat has woken up. Cat is demanding cuddles. Cannot say no to cat. Oh. You know I'm going to dress like that one character from the one show. Yay. Good. Normalize dressing up like a lunatic. Not just for Halloween, for every day. Oh my goodness. Come cats. Yes? You want to come be on stream? You want to be on the stream? You want to say hi to everyone? No? Okay. Always cat. Yay! Love your custom UI colors. Thanks. I'm a girl. Everything is bright pink in my life. Which is fun because I used to be like the edgy goth kid and everything was black and dark and mysterious. And now I'm just leaning into being like pink everything. Robin, you want to come say hi? Hi, cat. Hi, come. What you doing? Every time. My cat has learned to headbutt my chair when she wants attention. So she keeps headbutting the chair at the moment. And I feel very guilty. Okay, now we have cat. What you doing? Come. You want to come sit here? Come. Very professional here. Oof. 300 years later. How many hours of work do you estimate for models like this one? I mean, again, it depends. It depends on the usual factors. Is it for a portfolio? Is it for a job contract? Are you doing something that you haven't done before? Are you trying to teach yourself something? So that kind of plays into it. For this, I think for this so far, I've worked on it. We're on, what are we on? Stream 10. So I've probably worked on it about 20 hours so far, which isn't too much. It's not too bad. It's not that bad, but it can take longer. Like I generally don't estimate in hours. I'll estimate in days. So if I was doing this for a contract, if this was like a commission piece that was sent to me, I would estimate, I don't know, probably about 2 weeks for a sculpt. Maybe a little bit more to give myself extra time just in case. Reason being that if you're doing it for someone else, you kind of want to make it perfect and according to their spec, and they're probably going to ask for changes and all the rest of it. So you're probably going to have to do all of that. Also, because if you're estimating it for a client, you're going to want to make sure you buffer yourself a little bit to allow in case of emergency time. Always give yourself, always assume it's going to take longer than it's going to take. Pop quiz, favorite classic horror? Oh no. Oh, for me it would be Candyman. I love Candyman. I love that Candyman was based on a true story. I love that. It's so creepy. Everything about it is just awesome and creepy. Candyman's amazing, and Terrifier is currently one of my favorites. It's kind of taken the top place. It used to be anything with the Firefly family in it. But yeah, Terrifier now. Can't say no to Art the Clown. Art the Clown is so cute. He's so adorable. Candyman's amazing. It's so good. And I only saw it like 3 years ago. I'm new to it. And then I became slightly obsessed. I made the terrible mistake of watching From Dusk Till Dawn over the weekend, and it's not what everyone told me it was. Everyone told me it was really good. It's not good. I'm sorry. I apologize. Controversially, it's not good. But then I also rewatched the remake for Friday the 13th. Also not as good as I remember it being, to be free. Terrifier is in your top 3. Yeah. I think I'm currently obsessed with it, but I don't know if it'll... I don't know. I say that. It's aged pretty well so far, so... I think I'm also just... I love Terrifier because the people that have done it are so nice, and they're so funny and sweet, so I kind of like supporting them. But I find like most of the people that are involved in horror movies and the horror scene tend to be nice people, which is, you know, weird. I'm getting less and less involved in doing this. That'll do. It's close enough. Just Dawn's classic. It's a classic, but it doesn't mean it's good. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fine. But then I also don't like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so I know. Sacrilege. So we got asked earlier in the stream, why am I doing this as a separate piece? Why am I masking it out and all the rest? Because it looks really cool. Once you get it going, it's worth the effort. It takes effort, but it's worth it. No, that's not what I wanted. What have I done? Oh god, am I in trouble? Yeah, so I don't get Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't get it. I don't get why it was such a thing. I'm sorry. I also am not crazy about vampires. I'd rather watch a zombie movie or a monster movie. Zombies, monsters, that sort of thing, than vampires. Sorry. In fact, anything monster-based, I'm down for. Wow. I'm sorry. No, vampires are like... Okay, what about Blade? I'm gonna carry on doing this very intensely and just carry on. The only time I've ever seen Blade is there's a nightclub in London called Slimelight, and they've got a screen. And I think the only time I've ever watched it was at like 3 o'clock in the morning in a nightclub. It's okay. I understand. I understand that I'm in the wrong here. We can organize, what we'll do is instead of doing a sculpting stream, we'll do a watch party, and it'll be the education of Heather. And you can educate me on different horror movies. The Thing? I haven't seen The Thing. Oh no! I don't know what I thought about it. It was 3 o'clock in the morning in a nightclub. Like, I don't know what I thought. I'm sure at the time I thought it was fascinating. Like, it was probably the most interesting thing I'd ever seen in my entire life. But I don't know. I'd have to watch it again. I'll watch it again. I'll watch it this weekend. I'll watch it this weekend. There you go. Sorry. I can feel Ian busy making one of those little like friendship with Heather is terminated cards. Halloween watch party I'm so down for. We should definitely do that. It would be fun. I didn't watch a lot of movies as a kid, like, to be honest. I think that's part of the problem is I wasn't that into TV and stuff. I was an outdoorsy kid, which is weird now, but I was very outdoorsy and like would surf and stuff, go to the beach, catch snakes, get chased by lions, you know, the usual South African stuff. This is definitely getting more and more chaotic as I go. Yeah. Oh god, I'm gonna be in so much trouble for this. I would rather watch the original Dracula than watch Interview with the Vampire. I've seen Interview with the Vampire. I'm not a big fan. Original Dracula, I love. That's fine. I have no idea what Monster Squad is. John Carpenter's Vampires, I loved. Which I know is terrible, because I know it's a terrible movie, but I love it. Vampire Cowboys, come on, man. See, now that I can do. Vampire Cowboys, a thirst trap. I don't know what you're talking about. 30 Days of Night, I've seen that. It was alright. I recently watched The Witch for the first time and that was amazing. It was really good. I feel like I've missed out on like all of these horror movies. I'm very behind. We'll have to do like a curated by ZBrush horror movie night. I feel like I'm losing the pattern on this. I've never seen The Craft. I'm sorry. I know, I'm terrible. I'm terrible at these things. I grew up in South Africa, man. We didn't have all of these things. We like barely had internet. We had internet when I was a teenager and it was dial-up internet. Hi, you're from India? Yay. Hi. Hi from India. Welcome to the conversation where everyone is just getting angrier and angrier with me. That'll do, I guess. Yeah, we'll watch Party to educate Heather on Halloween reviews. Okay. I'm not saying no to that. It sounds like fun. Everyone can like put their name and decide which movie to watch. We'll draw like a movie out the hat sort of thing. It'll be fun. It'll be nice. I suppose we have to keep it on theme for ZBrush though, so we'll have to like watch it and also sculpt something from it. Totally lost track of what I was doing. You've yet to show your showcase. Oh no! How to overcome the fear of showing your stuff? Do it. The first time you share your work is terrifying. The second time is slightly less terrifying, and as it goes on, it gets less and less concerning. It's the same as like streaming and sculpting. It was terrifying the first time that I did it, and then you get used to it. You kind of also get used to screwing up in front of people, and you get used to, you know, people saying that your work's not the best or anything like that. You get used to it. You get used to the feedback. Question was, the knowledge at CG Spectrum worth the price? Oof. I'm not permitted to answer that question. It's a very good school for networking and community. I'll give it that. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that was an awkward question. It's a good school. So I went to CG Spectrum. I was there for 2 years. I think it was 2 years that I was there. And I had Anna as my mentor. Anna also streams here, funny enough. So I was really lucky. I had this incredible mentor that would work with me and really personalize my knowledge and my introduction to things. So that was 100% worth it for me. For me, the price, and it is a big price, to any of these schools is a big price. But the price was worth it in the end. Like, it absolutely was. Not just because of the information you gain and the knowledge you gain, but because of the network that I gained, the people. The only reason that I'm here on the stream right now is because my mentor was involved in the streaming with ZBrush, so I knew that it existed. And then once I knew that it existed, I, you know, made it my mission to be here. So yeah, I mess up all the time. I should change my stream titles to MA to watch Ian crash ZBrush. Oh yeah, my first ever stream for you guys, I crashed ZBrush, which was, I think I was in the middle of telling people like, no, like ZBrush never crashes for me, and then it crashed. So you get used to it. You get used to like totally screwing things up, and then you always get the one person that joins the stream that goes, did you know you could do this like this instead? And you're like, no, damn it. But it's good. Like, I've kind of gotten used to, when I stream, I assume I don't know the best way to do things, and then I just ask everyone's opinion. Like, if you have better, faster ways, please show me so I can learn from you. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Like, it's nice. But when it comes to streaming, or when it comes to like showcasing your portfolio, the sooner you start, the better. Just start putting stuff up. Go onto ArtStation or whatever, and, you know, make your account and get going on it. You get used to it. You get used to not caring as much. Like, the first time I posted anything on ArtStation, I went back every 10 minutes to see if anyone had liked it or, you know, commented on it or anything like that. And it was hugely important to me that it got noticed. And now, I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong. Like, go onto ArtStation and like all my stuff, guys. But it doesn't bother me as much because you learn that everything's algorithm based anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like, sometimes your stuff gets noticed, sometimes it doesn't. So, but yeah, don't be shy. Don't be shy to share your stuff. Also, if you share stuff and, you know, you get feedback and someone says like, oh, you could have changed this or you could have done that or whatever, don't take it as a negative. Take it as someone being helpful, and then it's good. Unless they're not being helpful and they're just being an asshole, in which case, ignore them. It's the worst advice ever. Like, how do you get over your fear of something? Just do it anyway. I mean, that said, I didn't stream last week because I was sick. I'm still a bit sick, in case you can't tell. but coming back to the stream, I was really nervous. I was really nervous to be here today. Like, what if I screw up? But, you know, eventually you just learn to screw up in front of people anyway. I think that's the other side of it, is like, never assume that the people that you're watching are confident and aren't going through, not confident, but never assume that they're not going through the same things that you are. They also go through, you know, imposter syndrome and all the rest of those things where you question yourself and you're not happy with your work or whatever. So you're not alone in those things at all. And if you reach out to other artists, more often than not, they're going to help you, or they're going to give you good advice, or they're going to give you nice feedback, or they'll just like boost your, you know, opinion of yourself. Why am I splitting a point? And that's how you mess up in public. Most of the time, people are just really nice. Like, you get more nice people than mean people, believe it or not. I know the internet has a really bad reputation for like shitty people, but I found that you get a lot more nice people than mean people, really. Open socials. Yeah. Yeah, that's also a really good point, actually. That's a really, really good point. If you tell people it's a work in progress, like, people are a lot more forgiving about it. So you try that. Also, join communities where you're going to get nice, not nice feedback, because, you know, you need to get bad feedback sometimes. Sometimes you need someone to tell you that your work is bad and you should feel bad. It helps you improve. But if you join a nice community with nice people that are going to give you open, honest feedback and then help you achieve the things, great. And if you put it up somewhere and someone's an asshole to you, just don't respond. Just, you know, don't get involved with that. It's fine. My brain just stopped working again. Ian, aren't you meant to be lifting weights? How are you typing so much? I swear to God, if you tell me you're driving, it's going to be even worse. What do I want to do? I want to do that. And yes, I know I'm pedantic about fixing topology. I know I am. I can't help it. My mentor used to yell at me about my topology. So I now make a mission to get my topology right. No. Why you don't wanna? How do I wanna do this? What do I wanna do with this? Anna loves clean topology. Dude. Yes, it was, yeah. It's hilarious because my workflow is exactly the same as hers for reasons. Like, it's just exactly the same. She's an excellent, excellent teacher. That woman is amazing. I was very, very lucky to have her as a teacher. Yeah, Anna's the one that taught me that, like, going in, retopologizing your work before you actually start your work is sometimes part of the deal. It's good. That's not what I needed at all. No. No, it's not doing what I want. Because it's got a weird shape. Thing is, if you start with good topology, it makes your life easier later on as well. Like, it's worth taking the time to fix things right at the start, because if you think you can escape it and you think you can like get away with something, you're probably going to find out about it later. Usually when you do your baking. Usually baking is the time where anywhere where you've cheated suddenly becomes really, really evident and really, really apparent, and you have to go back and fix everything. Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes it's just, I find it easier just to like start with something decent and then work your way up from there. That was actually what I wanted to ask you about. I wanted to ask you about Dynamesh, because I don't get it. I don't get Dynamesh and I don't get Sculptures Pro. And I know other people do, but it's never been a part of my workflow and I kind of need to learn that. So don't worry, I'm going to corner you and ask you about that at some point. Right, cat, can you move? Nope. My cat's like, I know you're allergic to me, but I'm gonna sit here anyway, it's fine. $300 later. Oh my god, it's gonna take ages. Okay, I'm taking a break from this. Let's find something else to stare at. My ability to pay attention to one singular task for over 2 hours is just not there. Right. What else did I want to work on today? Yay, thank you. Whenever you have time, obviously. I'm just interested why other people use it as much as I do. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm clearly missing out on something. Right, this needs to move. Not gonna lie, I've lost the will to do any work right now, so if anyone's got any questions or anything, please ask. Please distract me. I don't feel like doing this anymore. Told you, my attention span is short. I can only do so much. Even the cat's given up on me now. Always kind of start losing the will at this point where you're doing all these tiny little changes, and at the end of doing all these tiny changes that take hours and hours and hours, it looks like nothing's changed. Favorite zombie movie? At the moment, the 28 Days Later series, any of those will do. Gonna work without a reference. Alex used it on a mesh for the sculpt. Yeah, I get that. So would that be for like getting your block out shape in place? You kind of make a thing. The hand gestures explain what I'm talking about. You just make a thing, as one does. You guys are working without references? Madness. Imagine being creative. "28 Days Later" is amazing. Have you seen 28 Years Later? It's really, really good. Not a fan of 28 Weeks Later, funny enough. So that's the one. Not a fan, but just I don't think it's that good. Oh, bye. Thanks for coming to play. Go do some work. Or something. So for doing hair, I tend to... I don't use brushes. I'll use the curved tube brush, and then using the dynamic subdivision mode, I'll kind of add some curves into it, some creases into it to be able to get that definition. And then I like to come in afterwards and just add some sculpty details to it so that it's more interesting and prettier, and it's got better flow. Got a cat zooming around behind me. So I'm just trying to see if it's going to look alright from different angles as well. Because even though I'm planning on running the main render as, you know, that direction, it's kind of still got to be viable from all sides. Especially if she's going to get animated at some point. At some point. an oddly British song that's just cropped up. So you can see I kind of screwed up over here. It's the usual thing of sculpting without having a back face mask running. Just gonna puff it out. Simply because it's gonna make my retopology stages easier if I've got a bit of thickness in there to work with. Pretty sure most of this is poked inside her head anyway, so it's not overly concerning. I want to keep her hair quite like linear because the concept itself, her hair is not very, it's not super flowy. She's got very like, there's very defined lines and ridges to it. It's not pretty hair. So we want to keep it sort of with that feeling. Let's see. Do need to add detail on here. It's all these final details. It's so tedious. This is the part that I hate. Because it's just like, oh, tiny details, tiny details, tiny details. And always the save. Oh god, now I've got two cats up here. Hey, sparrow cats. Ah. So again, this makes no difference to the final sculpt. I'm just making it thicker so that when I have to do retopology, it's not a total nightmare. Otherwise, that's when you start getting things that like clip through your mesh and give you a bit of grief, which we don't want. Not super happy with the folds that I've given her on the sides. I don't really like them very much. But I kind of want to keep the space open because she does have a tear that happens over there, which I'm going to do right at the end. I'm just going to do a boolean to kind of put that tear into it and then add the final bits to it. So we're going to leave that alone for now, I think. This has been moved so many times to get it into a better position. Needs to be more like that. It's these final little tweaks that are going to drive me insane. I'm not super happy with how this is looking. Always great when you sculpt one piece and then have to relocate everything else around it. Oops. Oops, wrong button. Man, chat's gone quiet. Why are you guys so quiet? What's going on? Hey, you just joined. Hello! Hi! Welcome. Come and keep me company while I do tiny, tiny details that no one's ever gonna know about until, yeah, until I print it. Then it'll come out. Then it'll be worth it. But right now it is adding tiny folds into tiny pieces that people never really pay attention to. But I'll know. I'll know if I don't do them. Cat hair. I love it. My darling, beautiful cat comes and cuddles me just so that she can leave cat hair everywhere and then disappear. You're gonna know the tiny details are not there. Yes, it does. It does. 100%. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It, the moment I don't do something, like even the piece that I released recently for my portfolio, there's a section that the sculpt didn't bake properly. And I know it's there. And it's driving me insane. And the worst part is I only really noticed it once I'd done the renders and released it. And then I saw it. I was like, oh no, what have I done? I have betrayed myself. Yeah, adding in those little details is like, it's so, it takes a lot of time and energy and it's a little bit boring for everyone to watch, but it makes such a difference to the final sculpt. It makes such a difference to your final renders because you can kind of see when someone hasn't put the effort in. Yeah. It's something that like I catch my students out for on a regular basis where they'll jump ahead on something and be like, oh yeah, I'm done. I'm like, no, you're not. Every single piece needs to be looked at, every single corner, every edge, everything from every angle, every direction. You got to consider like how it looks and what the flow is and whether or not it is giving what it's meant to be giving. Does it look like cloth? Does it look like what it's meant to look like? It makes the difference. It really does. Detail adds so much to it. Yeah, it's true. And it's fun. Like, I complain about it, but actually it's nice. It's soothing. Although my computer is disagreeing with me. Did you find sculpting the dress is easier than doing it with hard surface? Hey Andy, hello, hello. I always prefer doing cloth. I prefer cloth. I don't like hard surface. I prefer doing cloth things. So for me, yes. Yes. Hard surface it's rigid, which sounds ridiculous, but you know what I mean? Like it's either right or it's wrong. There's no leeway for it. So I've just seen the time, which means that my stream is going to be ending soon. Boo, no. But I think we've got Ian on here later on tonight. I'm not sure. I'd have to check to see who's coming on after me. But yes, now is the appropriate time and the appropriate hour. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and leave comments on this video. Please do it. It'll make my absolute day to see comments, preferably nice ones. Nice comments underneath here. It makes me very, very happy to see any interaction from different people. So, you know, do the thing. Also, don't forget to have a look. If you have a look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that I've got all of my stuff in there. Go and follow me, go and add me on things. I am always around on the internet. I am available on Discord, LinkedIn, not Facebook, Instagram. Come and say hi to me. I'm also part of the Firestorm team. So Firestorm Studio, which is my company that I run. I work there and I do lots of streaming for them as well. So you'll see that I am streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, usually for Firestorm Studio, along with a few other people as well. I've got an incredible team of people that work there. So come and hang out there. You'll see more of the pipeline, more of the workflow that's going to be taking place for this project and many others. Yes, there's my pitch. Go and follow, like, subscribe, follow, do the things. You totally agree. Just worked on a character with the dress and did a hot surface. Oh my god, no. Come and do it here. It's fun. ZBrush is your friend. ZBrush is lovely. It's nice. Although, that said, I did see that the Arcane team, all of their stuff was done strictly in Maya, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't know how they did it. But good for them, I guess. Have I got a hidden piece here? I do. Hold on. What's going on here? What have I done? Oh, there is a hidden piece. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, thank you very much to everyone who's come to hang out and keep me company. I am so happy to be a part of the ZBrush stream team. It's so nice to be here. It makes me really happy. I am forever grateful for the opportunity, and I am genuinely surprised that they let me come and stream here. So yay. And thank you to everyone who comes and watches and hangs out and stuff. You guys are lovely. Don't be shy to reach out to me. Honestly, I'm always around on the internet and I'm always kind of doing stuff. So come and say hi. Come and share your work with me. Show me what you've been doing. Show me your Halloween decorations. Like, I promise you, I'm obsessed. I want to see more and more Halloween decorations. Can't believe that they did that on Ken. I know. Crazy. They're French though. No offense. The French people, they will do it the longest way. It is the most beautiful way. They did a really good job. Arcane is so stunning. Everyone loves Arcane. Oh, you're heading out. Bye. Have a nice day. You guys have been amazing. I just want to try one more thing before I stop this. Yeah, we can do something with this. All right, so I'm going to call it here. And then what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'll be streaming over on Firestorm Studio. We will continue working on the skirt, which I think is actually starting to look quite cool. Like, we're getting somewhere with the skirt, which is nice. So we're going to carry on working on the skirt. We're going to carry on working on some of these little tiny details. I'm hoping that between this week, so between tomorrow's stream and then next week's stream, she should be finished in terms of sculpt. which will be great. I'll be taking on a new project for ZBrush streams after this, and then continue working on her for retopology, texturing, and all the rest of that good stuff over on Firestorm Studio. So if you're not following on Firestorm Studio, you are going to miss out on half of the process. Yes, that is my pitch for the day. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for coming to hang out. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to be nice to other people, be nice to yourself, and go and touch some grass. Bye, guys.